Hi, everybody. There's a little lag time between when you hit the go live button and when it actually goes live, so it always catches me off guard. And for some reason, it looks like I'm backwards tonight. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, hello. Thanks so much for joining me. I am Michelle Solis from This Must Be Ink, and tonight is January 17th, 2025, and I am here to do Stamp and Sip live. And we are tonight going to be using Storybook Friends. Just the stamp set actually tonight. We're not using the Storybook Friends dies, but we are using the little images that we're going to stamp and color. And what I'm creating tonight is this really cute little 2-inch square treat box. Because when I first saw this Storybook Friends set, for some reason, these little old-fashioned wooden blocks with the letters and numbers and pictures on them just came to mind. And so I thought, wouldn't that be so cute to create a little block with letters and numbers and images on it as a treat box? And so I'm doing a workshop tomorrow with this paper and this bundle of products. So this is going to be the treat tomorrow for that. So let's go down here. And I can show you a little bit closer what we're making. So this is the little treat box. It's got an image and then a letter and another image and then another letter. And then it's got a number and a number. And of course, with the little bow on top, it makes it look less like a block and more like a treat. But once they take the little bow off, it'll be this little, little wooden block box. Hi, guys. Hi, Lorraine and Courtney. So that's why I thought of making this, because I was inspired by those blocks, and I thought it was just a super cute idea. So I'm going to make them, I think I have to make 9. I'm going to make them in 3 colors. This is Wild Wheat, Blueberry Bushel, and this is Poppy Parade. So those are my little treat boxes. And the little images came from the Storybook Friends stamp set. I've got all these little images. They're actually smaller on the cover of the stamp set than they are. This artwork, I think, is like 75% of how large they actually are. I've got die cuts in here. This is a photopolymer set, and it's really cute for spring. And then it's got some Somebody Loves You, Easter Greetings, Welcome Little One. I've made a baby card with this one. Happy Spring, thank you so very much, and Hello Friend on there. Really cute little images. Okay, so everybody take a sip of whatever you brought to drink tonight. I'm still drinking my mead. I forgot about it. It was at the back of the fridge. So cheers. All right. Let us put these aside for the moment. Put them over there. And I will show you the little template for this box. So this was originally by Poodles. And I can never remember her actual name, but it's Poodles Papercraft. Pootles. And she has a box for everything. And I just thought this little 2-inch square box would be perfect for what I was looking for. And this is super easy. 1 piece of cardstock and 1 little strip of tape is all you need for this. Okay, so you'll need a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 7. And then we're going to score that on both sides. And then if you're going to put DSP on it, I made another one I've started with some, this is the Wildflower birthday paper. So this one is going to be a little birthday box. But for some reason, I lost all my cutouts from this paper and I couldn't finish decorating it. And then I forgot about it. But anyway, if you're going to use DSP, these little panels are going to be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches. And you'll need 6 panels. On mine, I'm using just white cardstock that I'm stamping on, and then I'm die cutting my letters and numbers for the other sides. Okay? Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to do this one tonight, another one in the wild wheat. Did I say wild wheat? I meant to say wild wheat. I don't know what I actually said. All right, so wild wheat. We're going to take this. So this is 8.5 by 11, and I need 8.5 by 7. So I am going to cut this down, bring my arm out, and cut this at 7 inches. So now I will have a piece that is 8.5 by 7. Then I'm going to get my scoring board. You can use your trimmer if you have a trimmer that has a scoring blade. But when I'm doing all scoring, I like to use my scoring board, especially if I'm doing multiples of something. It's easy to just cut the paper and then score them all on the same board real quick. Okay, so the scoring directions are along the long side, which is the 8.5 inch side. You'll put that up at the top. You're going to score at 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay? Why do I miss 9 of these? Oh, well, I need 9 of these because I'm doing these as treat boxes for my workshop tomorrow. Hi, Maria. Okay, so we're going at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. So it's every 2 inches. Then you're going to turn it, and you're going to score along the short side at starting at 1/2 inch. Whoops, try not to move it. Then you're going to go every 2 inches again. So it'll be 2.5, 4.5, and 6.5. Okay, so that's all the scoring that you need to do. Now, I'm just going to burnish those score lines so hopefully you can see them better. Oh, backwards. So we want to burnish them mountain in the middle. Okay, just every one of those score lines that you made, you want to fold it and press it down really well with your bone folder. Anytime you're doing a 3-dimensional project, it's important to get nice, crisp folds. So you definitely want to use your bone folder. And one more panel. Oh, that didn't look even there for a second. Okay, so now you should have something that looks like this. You have you've got 3 big squares, then you've got a small panel at the end here and a small panel at the end here, and then only one small panel on this side, no small panel on that side. So we're going to, that's upside down. I like to do it this way. We're going to turn it so that this small panel edge is to the left. Okay, so you'll have small panels, and then small panels on the left. What we are going to do is we are going to cut each one of these panels. Okay, and we're going to cut up until this middle section. We won't cut straight across. We're going to leave the middle section of squares. So we will cut up our score lines to that middle square. Then we'll turn it and we'll do the same thing on the other side, leaving that middle square. Okay. So again, this little skinny flap is at the left end. Okay. So from the template, you are going to be able to see, you're just going to leave this middle flap. You're going to cut off this little square and then the rectangle next to it on both sides. So we're going to cut that little rectangle and then that little square and that little rectangle. Going to cut completely off on both sides. Well, maybe not so completely. 1 second. There we go. Then you've got this little flap hanging out, and we're going to just miter either side of that. When I say miter, I mean just take a little skinny triangle off of either side like that. So it should look like that. Okay. Hi, Kathy. All right. So now you've got this little flap. So this first panel on either side, we're going to cut off this rectangle. And then we want to make this flap a little bit shorter. So this flap is going to stay, but we're going to make it a little shorter. And then we're going to miter that just very slightly. Just take a little wedge out of there. Okay. And then do that same thing on the other side. My fingers are stuck in my scissors. Okay, we'll take this little panel off. Then we will shorten this. And then we will miter, sorry, being so uncoordinated here, miter that side and then miter this side. Okay, so now you've got this. Okay, the next panels we're taking out all together. So both of those pieces, the little rectangle and the little square. So I'm going to fold this back and I'm going to cut this whole thing right off. And then I'm going to fold this back and I'm going to cut this one right off. Okay, so now, I don't know why my fingers are stuck in my scissors tonight. Now it should look like that. Then this next panel, we're going to do the same thing that we did here. We're going to cut the little flap off, shorten this one, and then miter it just a little bit. And then do the same thing on the other side. Take off this little one, shorten this, and then miter it a little bit. Okay. So now you should have something that looks like this. Now these flaps are going to be the top and the bottom. And in order for them to fold in nicely, you would want to round the corners on those. If you don't have a corner rounder, I would just take a little snip just off the edge here, not the whole thing, just off this little corner like that. Okay, but I do have a corner rounder, so I'm going to bring that in. And I'm going to fold this back so I can round the corners on these flaps. Okay, so it should look like that. And then we'll do this one. Okay, it just makes it a little nicer when you go to close it. Okay, so now, as I said, we only need one piece of tape for this. So I'm going to find my tear and tape. The only flap that needs any tape is this little flap that we started out with. And it's going to fold in this way. You're going to put the tape on the outside of that flap. So I'm going to turn that over and put that tape there. Remove the backing. Okay. So now it's on the underside of this flap. This flap I'm going to fold over just one square, fold over, let the flap with this tape be, don't fold it under, let it stay up. So it should be sticky there. Then you're going to fold this end over just by one square. That should meet up and stick right down to that panel. And there you have your little box. And what's so nice about this little box is you could make a whole bunch of these and you can store them flat, just like that. So you could put them in a baggie and make them now and store them for the next holiday. So you can just pop them up and put them together and you've got a little treat box. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so this, as I said, is a 2-inch square. So the panels that are going to go on the side are going to be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 squares. So you can do designer series paper. As I showed earlier, I did this one with the birthday celebration paper, actually wildflower celebration, I think it's called, paper, which is really cute. And then the ones that I did some images and some numbers and some letters on them. Okay, so tonight I'm going to just die cut some letters and numbers. I'm using an adhesive sheet. And I'm going to just take the paper off. I'm going to align my cardstock with that. I'll try to get that straight. And then take off the rest of the paper and stick that down. So now when I die cut my images on here, they will be little stickers when they go through the die cut machine. So I'm going to run them through really quick. Oh, would help if they didn't move around. 1 second. Okay. And I just picked some random letters and numbers for those. Find my take and pick tool so I can get those out of there. So I've got an 8, a 1, a D, and an R. Okay. All right, so we've got those done. Now we want to do our little images. And we are going to need, as I said, 6 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 squares. So we'll do 1 3/4 here. And then we'll just cut 1 3/4 squares. And we need 6 of these. And that's not going to make it. So that's 4. And 2 more. Okay, so 6. And on 2 of these, I'm going to stamp my images. So you've got to be careful that you've got the right size to go on here. Well, I guess this guy will fit on here. For some reason, I didn't think he was going to. Okay, I think he'll fit. He will fit. This one bunny is way too tall. Some of them are too tall, so we'll have to use. Oh, I love the little hedgehog. Let's use the little hedgehog. So we'll use the hedgehog and the bunny. Now I haven't started. I haven't tried to watercolor these guys yet, but I think watercoloring for them will be beautiful. But tonight, just for the sake of going a little faster, we're going to just use blends. I've got my bunny. He's so cute. And then I love this little hedgehog. She's got a little apron on like she's cooking up a storm. Okay. So these are the 2 images I need to color. I'm going to use some light crumb cake for my bunny and just color him in quickly. Little hands. We had a whole debate on what this vegetable is that he's holding here. So my husband said it was a carrot. And I'm like, this is way too fat to be a carrot. That's like an onion or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. We had an argument about it. I'm making it an onion. So it's going to be purple. That is some blackberry, light blackberry bliss. I'm going to use some dark crumb cake, just randomly coloring here, just to do a little bit of detail on his face and the bottom of his foot, and just to make him look a little furry. And then some green. This is Granny Apple Green for the top of the onion. And then let's do Blueberry Bushel. That's very Peter Rabbit-like for his jacket. Peter Rabbit had a blue jacket. And then I was going to do some dark blue for his little pockets and his little patches. There he goes. All right, and then the hedgehog. I think I'm going to use crumb cake for her too. I say her, but it could definitely be a male hedgehog if, he likes to cook. My husband likes to cook. Thank God. Or I'd never eat. I would just eat takeout and candy. Okay. Poppy Parade for the... Oh, wait, I missed her belly. I don't know why I thought that was part of her apron, but no, that's her belly. There we go. And we'll do a little bit of furriness on her. Just kind of touching those little fur spots with the darker color. And then this is Light Poppy Parade. We'll do the apron, Light Poppy Parade. And then we'll do the tie, Dark Poppy Parade. There we go. Okay, so now we are ready to decorate our box. I suggest opening the top so you know which is the top, because I did that on one of them and I had it all upside down. Okay, so I like to put the image on the front. There's one. You can always put it down and press. And then the other image on the back. And I thought about doing this where I did it in white and then I cut a frame out for each side in cardstock. And then I thought, well, that's really making it hard. So I decided to make the box out of cardstock and just use white panels for the side so that it looks like a frame around it. All right, so then I'm going to just make my other panels with my letters. And my numbers. Oh, crooked. There we go. And then just stick them on. So I'm going to make the numbers. Let me think now. What did I do? I think I put the numbers on the bottoms. The bottom and the top. I had to try and think about how these blocks used to go. And I think they had it where if you turned it this way, it was numbers, and you turned it that way, it was letters. If I'm not mistaken. I could be, but that's the way I'm making them. Just make sure that the ones that are going around the side are all going in the proper direction. So you want your R to go this way. Crooked. Okay. So there we go. These will fit quite a bit of candy, actually. One of them, I thought I got 3 of these in there, but I think I'm just going to do 2. And these are those Lindor truffles. And then you can get a ribbon of choice. Hi, Julie. And I just make that even and tie it. And let me show you a trick that my friend Betsy told me about. If you have one of these reverse, what do you call these? Reverse tweezers, it will hold your bow for you like like a husband's finger. Yeah, there you go. Take that off. I'll just even that up a little bit. And then just trim off the tail. There we go. All right. So now we have our little blocks. How cute are they? Really cute, I think. I love them. I was inspired by vintage blocks and decided that's what I would make for my workshop tomorrow. But don't tell the people that are coming to the workshop. Julie, you didn't see a thing. All right. So that is it. Let me put the template back here real quick in case you guys want to take a screenshot of the template. I'll move this down a bit. That is what it will look like when you cut off all the little pieces. And then if you didn't see all the cutting, you can go back, rewind this video, and you can work along with the video. Of course, you can pause it as you're going. Okay, so let's get out of there and go over here. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed that little project. And, you know, inspiration can come from anywhere. And that's what happens. You see something or you remember something that you saw and, or in this case, grew up with. And then a little stamp set comes along and just reminds you of that. And there's your inspiration. So, all right, that's it for me. I do have a workshop tomorrow. We are using this Storybook Friends set to make some cards. My events are always posted on my calendar on my blog, so you can check out my calendar. And I hope you would come and join us for a workshop. I can't remember when February's is. I want to say the 8th, but I'm not sure. I should know this. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. If you guys also haven't checked out the new catalog, please do that. You can also see that on my website, thismustbeinc.com. And it is celebration time. So if you purchase the storybook set, then you will have made a large enough purchase to receive a free item from the celebration catalog. Okay, any questions, any comments, let me know, message me. I'm happy to help. Alrighty, that's it for me. I hope you guys all have a wonderful long weekend. It's a holiday. And stay crafty, my friends. See you next week.